Okay, this is, I guess, my impressions of the KastKing Kestrel Featherlight 5.9 first KastKing rod. I'll tell you this right now, it feels very well made, high quality. What some of the things that threw me off were the weight on it. That's probably because of the reel seat and I guess extra care they put in there. So features on the rod, I see the 3-prong guide, and it goes all the way to the second guide. Very low profile to the other one, to, all the way to the tip. We'll get to the tip in a minute. What I got on it right now is a Sorenoya Elf modded with railroad bearings and 4-pound high vis KastKing 4-pound. I have been able to cast a trout magnet because, it's not BFS if it doesn't cast a trout magnet, apparently, but either way. Some features I found that were really cool on this rod are these two little dots right here. I guess that helps with aligning them up. Let me go ahead and take this apart so you can see a little further on the ferrules. Excuse me a moment. Okay, there we go. So ferrule goes in pretty far. I think I've been able to get it in there. I'm not sure if they're supposed to touch or get even closer. Either way, I didn't want to muscle it too much. So I got it to right about there. And I didn't want to, be too harsh on it because then I'd be out of rod. So I guess comparing the tips on it, I got two that I can compare somewhat to. I don't have a lot of good BFS rods I could probably compare it to. But this one right here, this is the Shakespeare Micro Series, cheapest combo you could get in Walmart. Right there, they seem very similar tip size, and I will get to that in a moment on further models and brands. Let's see here, another one that I got, solid fiberglass rod that I got. It's a spinner, but this is about one of the better ultralights that I can get for comparison. This is a Trout Ranger made by Turning Monkey. Anybody that's a fan of Nora JP fishing, you can get that. Sorry for the background noise. It's bedtime and shower time for the kids. So let me move that over here. Sorry, trying to stay in focus. Very similar. So some things that threw me off is the weight of the rod, and I'm not saying it's heavy is a bad thing. It's just it doesn't feel dinky or cheap is basically what I'm trying to get at. As you can see, the guides on it are very low profile, which is a good thing. Don't want to get snagged. So yeah, these are the features of the rod. Very comfortable reel seat. Feels very well made. Got a little hook keeper. Been throwing some cranks and spoons on this, so got the swivel snap. All right, so we're gonna switch to online browsing, and I'll show you some other comparisons that I have it to. All right. Okay, so here's some comparisons of rods I've been able to get my hands on, or have had. I'm not even gonna be able to pronounce this name, not even gonna attempt. This is my first BFS rod that I had here, super cheap, 27 bucks. And I was not able to use it. I snapped the tip under this second top guide right there. So luckily I was able to find a very small tip to re-glue it. Other than that, I had to re-glue the top or the front reel seat. After that, no problems. Put my KastKing Zephyr on there because it's a little bit heavier of a finesse rod, so I was able to get some use out of it. And I thought it feels like a very super light rod. It's lighter than the Zephyr with no reel and whatnot. So the tip diameter that I found here is 1 millimeter, or 0.03 inches. The tip does appear to be thinner than the Kestrel. So thought I'd share that. And this brand is super budget. Shout out to, I guess, Average Aggressive Anglers. They had this version, but the casting version. But I had the spinning version. And, of course, it was very light as well. And I enjoyed this very much. Unfortunately, I gave it to my kid. He got hung up on a branch and snapped it. Oddly enough, it says lure weight 1/8, but we were able to cast quite a bit for lighter using this, and I absolutely love this rod. I liked using it so much. Had a Fluger 20 series, I believe, the smallest one they make, basic Fluger President, and it was a fish catching machine. Was able to do quite a bit of work with it. Kind of bummed it broke. I will say something about this company. I tried to write to them, email them through their main website, and I was not able to get everything. In fact, I tried to contact them many times to see if I could get a replacement for this one, or a replacement tip for this one, but wasn't able to, and then finally just had to get rid of it and throw it out. But I was able to get some use out of the previous casting version. So there we go. That's somewhat of my previous, impressions, or my impressions of the Kestrel. Look forward to using it more and see if I can, I guess, get it dialed in a little bit better so I can cast further. Going to plan to put some Japanese braid on it as well. All right, Noob is out.